So what I'm going to do right now, I thrifted this basket last week. I'm trying to clean up some of the stickers and goo that's stuck on it. And I'm going to use it as a in-progress project basket that I can take with me and work on projects that I'm able to on the go. Just some stickiness. I'm gonna get it off my counter before I can continue working on the walking skirt. So one of the other things I'm probably gonna do is make a liner for it, but not today. Today I'm just working on getting the sticky part off. And then we'll be working on putting the hem and the waistband on the walking skirt today. Okay. All right. There's some blue there. Okay. Oh, good morning. How are you doing, Alexandra? Good morning. I most likely be lurking for today, but just wanted to say hello before I start working on my project. Yay! Okay, welcome to the crafting circle today. May you make much progress on your project. Is it the one that you don't have to respond, obviously. Is it the one that you just posted a TikTok about? Like earlier today? I saw one. I know I liked it. I'll work on cleaning that more up later, but I've got the sticky part off, which was bothering me, and it's off my table now. I'm gonna work on the waistband. the tail end of defrosting Skelly Strug project, so I gotta do some last minute photos and make some corrections on the pattern. Also do some voiceover. Ooh, voiceover. It feels like a lot, but I think it's because I know it's almost done. Yeah, that tends to be the end of projects. It can either feel like, oh my gosh, this is going so quickly and it's almost done. I'm almost done, or it can feel like it's just a lot to like get through, push through to the end. I get that. Also, because I am excited for another project I'm working on that involves lace. I'm so excited and I want to work on that instead. No, I totally get that. I totally get that, Alexandra. That is always my problem, especially when like I'm in the middle of a really, really big project and there's something that I'm like, oh, I'm like really excited about that. I want to do that instead. It can be so incredibly hard to feel like you're having to like power through a project that, let's be honest, I was really excited about this project at the beginning too. And I'm not that I'm not excited about this project now, like the project that I'm currently working on. It's just as like I have no idea. Spark the creativity. Last week I ended up doing a bunch of organizing last Tuesday night / Wednesday morning because I got done after midnight, and I organized a lot of my projects that I have ideas for and collected things for. I organized them into different bags, and I labeled them with what the plan is. And that kind of helped. It helped a little bit because like I now feel like I have like a step, I like at least started on them. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of self-control to not pick up a 12th unfinished project in amongst all the other unfinished projects. I think I have it down right now. I have a cardigan a blanket, this. I think those are my current like current works in progress. I've got it down to these. But oh no, that's not true. Well, no, because I haven't started that one yet. I have another idea for a project, but it doesn't involve any kind of crafting. Well, it does. Like it is crafting, but like not the same. It's for the garden outside, so I'm not that's more to just connect with nature than it is to. That one will just be unfinished forever, I guess. Versatile constantly. A bunch of doom piles. It's such a mess. Yeah. Yeah. Because I share this space with the rest of my family. Like my mom's quilting table is right there. My brother's desk is what I'm looking at right now with the computer. I have a desire to want it to be like at least an explainable like disarray. Like for someone else, this might seem like a disarray, but it is organized. Yeah. I also know that I have a lot of stuff. This stuff needs to be organized or else I will go insane. Speaking of garden, I just planted a few cotton seeds. You're gonna grow your own cotton? Is that what am I reading? I am. Oh, cool. That's so cool. You can't see me. That's so cool. Huh. Love that. Yes. I've heard that they go pretty decently. Sorry. Pretty decently in Florida. I'd love to be a little self-sustaining when it comes to yarn. Yes. Looming might be a few years. You know what? That totally understandable because yeah, you're gonna need patience for that for sure. And there'll be a learning curve. Like whenever you're growing like a new plant, there is a learning curve. But yeah, you would be in a good area to grow that. So I have a new fun thing on my desk, and that is a little square ironing board. My mother was making herself one, and she was super awesome. And while she was making hers, she made me one. I used I had her use, because I didn't do anything. I just picked from my stash some vintage Simplicity fabric that I had in my stash. I think I originally bought it to make masks and then never made masks out of it because I couldn't figure out a design that would have worked for this print. But it looks good here. So I'm gonna go get the iron. I will be right back. And I have no idea how long I am going to be hand sewing for, but I gotta hand sew. We've reached the part of the project where it's just going to be a lot of hand sewing because I'm going to have to hand sew this waistband and then hand sew the cuff. Yeah. Or the hem. Yeah. A lot of hand sewing. This might be something that if I can't get it done on stream for the sake of getting this project as finished as I can get it, I might take the hand sewing and work on it outside of stream. We'll see. We'll see where I get to today. I want to get this project done so that I can work on my strawberry shortcake jeans. They are both something that I just want to wear for, like, you know, just to have to wear, but also my backup in case I feel like I'm going to be way too hot in this Hello Kitty outfit for the con that I want to go to. So we need a backup plan. Or just an alternate outfit. Backup plan or alternate outfit. I need it. Hello, Aquamarine Rhino. Welcome. I am hand sewing the waistband, or the part of the waistband I have to do for my walking skirt that I'm making. So you've joined at a very a part of the project that is not going to show a lot of progress happening very quickly. I had, what did I have for breakfast today? Good question. I had a tomato and I had a tomato sandwich. I had a sandwich with the main part of it being tomato and mustard and onion. So that's what I had for breakfast today. I didn't have any cucumber, otherwise I would have, or zucchini, otherwise I would have had one of those on my sandwich. I was just having the vegetables that I did have on hand. That would have been good in a sandwich. What did you have for breakfast? I think I need to switch needles because this is not working for me. I need to find one of my curved needles. And while I have not been purchasing any Riddles Tea Shop tea because I have like a lot of them, I did recently, last week actually, I reorganized all of my tea and like a lot of my tea accessories. And this was a part of the Halloween box. Oatmeal, nice. Yes. You have to be more attentive with doing art projects. Absolutely. How do I go about integrating it into my routine? The different art projects. Part of that has to do with the fact that I am doing a stream right now. I basically have blocked out time in my week, at least a 2-hour chunk, that I am to dedicate to a particular craft project that I'm working on. Do I not have a... I have to have a circular needle somewhere. These may be a little bit big. Those are too big. This will work. So part of that is like blocking out the time. Like the saying, like you make time for the things you care about. It's kind of like that, except I don't. Yeah, you have like part of it also. It's finding a craft that doesn't stress you out. Because I think, and Alexandra, if you're still here, and you are able to chime in at all, you can probably attest to the fact that if we have, craft projects or like things that we're doing, activities that just add to our stress instead of alleviate it, it can be a lot harder to want to spend time on doing those things. Yeah, so the needle is basically a half circle. Or curved. It's a curved needle. And it's really helpful when doing specific types of seams. Normally people use it for like upholstery, where they can't get access to the other side, but I'm going to use it for this hem. At least I'm going to try it. We're going to see if it works. I might go back to the other needle. We'll see. Regardless, I think the needle I was working with is too small. Anyway, yeah, so part of it is finding the right craft project. Part of it is also, blocking out some time in the day or finding a project that you're able to take with you. Like I just mentioned, like if you're getting too stressed out with a project, switching that up. But like, okay, so I have some smaller projects that I'm able to take with me, different places. So I have, well, right now it's small. It's going to get to the point where I can't take it with me. And then my progress on it is going to go down. I'm making a blanket for a friend and I'm knitting that. So I can take that with me and I can work on it, outside of my craft room. Like I work on it while I'm like watching movies. I have taken it to movie theaters and I've worked on it in movie theaters while watching movies. And that comes with the practice of, getting to the point in my knitting where I am able to do it with very little, if any, light. The other thing that I also do when that I can take with me is crochet. But I know people that take like one of my best friends, she takes a sketchbook with her everywhere and she'll doodle. And she'll work on like other projects like that she can do in her scrapbook or sketchbook. Pardon me. And then also I have a friend who does like cross stitch, needlepoint. There are a lot of different things that you could like take with you, especially when it comes to the drawing part. That's really easy to like take with you and work on the go. Anything that is relatively small and easily contained, can also work. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be much easier to get even stitching, I think. Yes. Oh yes, this is good. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Especially with how thick the material is where I'm sewing into with these pleats. So yeah. Part of it is just making time for it, finding the right thing. It's okay to like experiment, especially if like your local library has a lot of different, I recommend local libraries all the time, especially for like their maker spaces. Sometimes, depending on the local library, they'll have like classes on different types of like art projects that are like free to the public and like starter classes, or pretty low cost to the public at least, if not free. Like I think anyway, local libraries are great for that. They're a great resource, highly recommend. Sometimes different like crafts shops will have classes that they offer. Like some quilt shops will have classes on quilting, and depending on the type of quilting that you want, like if you're interested in that, like picking up that can be done on the go. And then there are lots of like painting classes, like online. Like YouTube is a great resource when it comes to like what type of materials are needed and how to do things. I know there are lots of people that take like mini watercolor palettes with them places and will like watercolor in like park settings or wherever they get like inspired. There's also like digital art too, so like sketching on tablet, like iPad or non-Apple complementary device. Those are all kind of options, but yeah, it's a lot of practice, finding out what you like, experimenting, and being intentional about what it is that you want to do. I have someone on Twitch. Miami Coffee, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very, very blessed and very like with the space that I have in like my family's like dual purpose room. My mom has a quilting table right there, and then like this is my little corner. I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you so much. Welcome to my craft room. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job with these stitches. Oh, this is annoying. I want to undo it all. It's fine. It's not fine. Oh, absolutely. Take care of the kiddos. No, quilt. I miss sewing. It's been a long time. I would love to learn to quilt. I will be doing a project where quilting is involved, but I personally don't do much quilting unless it's like with clothing. So, like, I have made 2 quilted dresses, and I have 2 quilted quilt clothing projects that I have planned. One is going to be a patchwork skirt, and the other is going to be a patchwork insert into some jeans. And the first time I did a quilted dress, I used so when it comes to the quilting itself, that I kind of wing it in making the material. I wing it being not necessarily entirely an accurate statement either. So basically, for the quilted dress, I have one of them. I actually right here handy. I can show it to you. The other I do not have handy. But I know that I have it linked on a video of it linked on or posted on either my Instagram or my TikTok, because I posted the heck of a lot about it when I made it. But this was the first quilted dress that I made, and I used a couple of dress patterns to make it. So I used one dress pattern for the top and another for the skirt. But as far as the quilting itself, my mother helped me with this one. She actually did all the quilting on this one. We used material that was part of both of my grandmother's stashes, my paternal and maternal grandmother's, part of my aunt's stash. Like, basically, all of this is like really, really old material, and I absolutely love it. It's a piece of art. But right now, it's a piece of art that when I don't have a project going on my mannequin, I display it on my mannequin, because I made the mistake of making the zipper a little too tight, and there isn't much room that I can do to wiggle it out, and I haven't wanted to spend the time to like take the zipper out and add in a little bit to make it so it will fit me without cutting off my ability to breathe. So it lives on my mannequin right now until I decide that I'm going to do that when I don't have a project going on my mannequin. Otherwise, it's just here in a cubby. So that is that one. When it comes to the other one, I quilted the fabric for that one. I had my mom help me, like, as far as like her being the one to tell me if the way that I was laying out the print and stuff, like the different pieces, the squares, if it looked like shit or not. And I trust her guidance on that, and I think it looks amazing. Again, I've posted about it. At some point, I'll show it off on here in more detail, especially when I get my other quilted projects done, because I'll show like the possibly the progress that I make, like as far as improving my skill. On that, it was very strawberry themed. Actually, where is it? The material on my iPad case, I fixed an iPad case that I had. The different materials that are a part of this are actually leftover scrap pieces from that quilted dress. So that was kind of the theme on that one. And then, yeah. So it depends on the thing. So as far as like the quilting goes, not so much as far as the pattern, just kind of vibes. And then for the patterns themselves, I generally I quilt out, I make the material, quilt that out, and then based off of whatever clothing pattern I decide that I'm going to use for that particular project, will be what I use. Yeah, they're not strictly for quilted garments. I just quilt out the material and then use a pattern like normal. Yes, breathing's good. Absolutely, breathing is good. I like breathing. I kind of want to keep doing it for a while. But yeah, right now I am working on a Victorian / early Edwardian styled walking skirt for a costume I'm wanting to get done by May. And I have a bunch of hand sewing that I have to do for it. And hand sewing is not one of my strong suits. Especially not making even stitches. This is not even. But this will be on the inside. No one has to see this. No one's gonna look. Just you and me. Those of us watching right now. We're the ones that know that my stitching is not even. I'm trying my best. But quilting is great. Why May? For May is when there is a convention where I live that I want to go to. I'm trying to get this done by a con. So kind of a con crunch, except we've got 2 months ish. A month and change. Almost 2. I have been working on this since middle of last year, actually, but I took a break. So what happened was I thrifted some sheets to make the petticoat. I dyed them because I needed them to be the perfect color, because in my mind they just needed to be the perfect color. I dyed them, and this is how they came out. I dyed that. But I messed between dyeing those and the project that I did. I did this all in last May or June. No, did this in June. Because up until last May, I was felting a wool skirt for the costume that I wore for that con last year. And between the repetitive motion of felting the skirt and then wringing all of this out, with the dye and everything, I really messed up my wrists. I was in so much pain. I was wearing wrist braces for a few months, just to stop myself from re-injuring them. I took a huge break from doing anything like crochet or knitting. I stopped sewing for at least 2 months, just to give myself a break. And then when I came back to it, I started back with just sewing with my sewing machine, stuff that was less wrist intensive. I have not picked up my crochet project yet again, but I am knitting, which is knitting is a little bit kinder on the wrist movements than. Yeah, carpal tunnel. Yeah, carpal tunnel just sucks. Good idea, thrifting. You could do it. Thank you. I know. I appreciate the encouragement. But yeah, no. So I love thrifting fabric. I absolutely love thrifting, especially in the case of mock-up materials. When I have to do a test run of patterns and stuff, I like using bed sheets, especially if at thrift stores, and at least the thrift stores that I usually get stuff from, they'll have tons and tons and tons of top sheets that don't have a bottom sheet match, because bottom sheets are notoriously the first ones to die when it comes to sheets. So I will pick up some top sheets, especially if there are a ton of them. Like if there aren't a lot of top sheets, I won't buy them. I'll wait until they're like more stock, there's more of a stock there. But if there's a bunch, um I will stock up on a few. That way I have material for like mock-ups, or in this case like a petticoat. I really liked there was one of the top sheets, and there was a couple of them. I really liked the trim that it had on the top, and I wanted to use that along the bottom of the petticoat as like just some trim. So that was part of the reason why I got those. And it dyed beautifully. I was so happy with how the dye came out. Yeah. What else? Anyway, yeah, so I've been working on this since I picked it back up again. I started with the petticoat. That took me a couple months to do, I think. And then I worked on the mock-up for the blouse. So then I will need to make the actual blouse after I do this skirt. But I have a feeling that with all the layers that this involves, I'm going to be way too hot wearing it at the con. And so I'm coming up with a backup plan. And the backup plan is the next quilted project that I'm going to be doing, which is the quilted insert in some jeans, to make the jeans, instead of they're thrifted jeans, and instead of them being straight legged, I'm going to make them more like a wide leg, not quite a bell, but a wide leg jean. And the panel insert on the side is going to be some more strawberry themed quilted stuff. And I have a blouse or sweater. Sure, a top that I'm going to wear that's very strawberry shortcake themed. So we're going that route for my backup outfit. Yeah. Very creative. Thank you. Yeah, pretty. Okay, this is going to take forever. It'll take so long, man. Water went down the wrong pipe. I'm so sorry. Water went down the wrong pipe. Speaking of liking breathing. Okay, it was nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. At some point, everything in my life is gonna either be strawberry themed or mushroom themed. Like, I need to throw in some variety somewhere, I think. Flower. Next, yeah, like I have this little mushroom that I keep pins in. I have so many different strawberry themed projects. I want to make a mushroom hat so bad. What style of mushroom hat are you wanting to make? Are you wanting to make like a beret? Or something that's really big, like people wear. I've seen people wear to like Renaissance fairs. Tangent, there's a sewing mending technique that uses. Yes. Yeah. It's a darning mushroom. Yeah, those are great. I don't have one. I need one. Like a cardboard mushroom cup. Okay. Yeah. So that'd be cute. That would be so cute. And then it, like, if it's cardboard, it won't be like so heavy on your head, hopefully. Cardboard frame. Cardboard base. We're almost halfway done with the waistband. And then I'm gonna have to read my instructions on how to do the hem. Sewing the dust ruffle on. That's gonna take forever. Next stream, we'll do next Wednesday's stream, we'll do the patchwork inserts, like at least work on making the patchwork inserts for the jeans that I'm wanting to do. We'll do that next Wednesday. Next stream is Sunday, because I stream Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesday evening, I usually do a game night. Basically, I play a little video game. Right now, the game of choice, since this sewing project is Hello Kitty themed, with the blouse for this being made out of a really cute Hello Kitty fabric. We're playing Hello Kitty Island of Adventure on Sunday. And then when this project is done, I will open everything up to a vote on like what game we play next. I have some well, my brother actually. My brother has some Pokemon modded games. So like there's one, it's like the mystery. Basically, you're solving a mystery. You're a detective in the Pokemon world. We did that one last year at some point. It's like, I think we did that at one point, either November, December last year. And so I'll leave it up to a vote on like what game to play next. But right now, Hello Kitty Island of Adventure is on Sunday, and then Wednesday is like the sewing stream. Yeah. Kind of like to break it up but still be kind of on theme. There's also right now a new event for the game Infinity Nikki, which I'm really enjoying that game. I haven't played much of the event yet because I'm here doing this, and it started like the update. I think the update ended around like 10 o'clock last night, and I was already asleep. I was out. I was asleep when that came back online with the new update. I did open it a little bit this morning just to get, you know, the daily check-in reward things. Because it is a gacha game. You do have those like daily check-ins. I am really inspired by a number of the different outfits in there. There is one that I want to make so badly. And I think I might have some material that I can kind of like figure something out and make something similar to that at some point. I have so many other projects in my queue that I think I'm gonna wait on that. I think I have time to wait on that. This is all of the stuff that I need for the strawberry shortcake jeans. And then I have all of my material collected here for the blue patchwork skirt that I want to make, which I'm very excited about that. I think that's going to be really cute. In part, that is a little bit, I think the style of skirt, at least, that I'm going to do is going to be a little bit inspired by, there's one skirt in Infinity Nikki that I do quite like the look of, but I'm not doing exactly that. Hello, Taroism. Welcome to stream. Today, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm glad you're good. We had an incident at work that the higher ups blamed. Aww. I'm sorry. It's not fun to get blamed for things. partner cried too. It's not good when people in positions of power stick together so they have to deal with their own, so they don't have to deal with their own bosses. They just shifted it all to me. I had to talk with the boss's bosses. That's not fun. That's really not cool. I'm sorry, that sucks. And like when that happens, that like changes like the whole vibe of like the work environment that you have too. That's not fun. What about your projects? Do you think it'll be ready in time for the convention? I have high hopes. I do. I have high hopes. A jury's still out on the weather. As far as like whether on if I am going to want to wear it in May, because if the weather is depending on weather, it might not be comfortable to wear. But it should be done. Maybe. Well, yeah. Yeah. Because like if I have to wait outside to get in. I know last year I thought a parasol might be adorable with it. Yeah, you know what? A parasol might be a good idea. I might have to go find one. Might have to find one. Maybe I can find I'll have to go find one. That's a really good idea. No, like, because waiting outside, it can, like, in the sun, it can be kind of warm. If I remember last year being a little bit warm in the sun when we were waiting outside. But we didn't really have to wait outside that long last year. And then inside the convention center is, like, air conditioned. So it's not that bad once you get inside. But I can always bring a fan. Victorians did love the parasol. See, the only issue with a parasol is then having to carry it around the convention center the rest of the day. I think that's my only issue is like I'll have to carry it around the rest of the day. And I'll have to double check with because I know that there are rules about like sizes and things. I know most of those rules are related to like weaponry. In the convention center, especially like the fake weaponry, like they have rules and stuff. And I have to double check on like if there is any kind of regulation on like size of parasol, that kind of thing. I'll have to double check. Because again, I don't want carrying it around. Oh! I mean, if I can find a small enough one, I could probably get it make it so it can attach to the bag I'll make. because I'm not going to make a true, although I will have enough material, I could make a little tiny one, tiny pouch that looks very Victorian. But I'm going to be making a tote bag because I'm going to want to be able to, you know, carry stuff that I purchase. Because I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and not spend any money. I definitely will end up buying something. Even if it's just sticky notes. Like one booth I got sticky notes from last year. I love Artist Alley. Artist Alley is one of my favorite things about conventions. Like Dealer's Hall is fine, like, and nice and great and good. But I love Artist Alley. And that's definitely where I spent way too much money. Like the what I got the lanyard that I use for my keys because I like lanyards on my car and house keys because oftentimes inside my large bags I lose my keys. And it's easier for me to hunt around for a ribbon in the big bag than it is for me to hunt around for a tiny little key. Find the ribbon, I'll find the key. So I got a lanyard last year. I got you can't see them here, but I have some. I can show them at some point. I have a bunch of crocheted flowers that I got last year, and I'm really happy that I got them because the shop that made them, Made with April, she's here on YouTube. Made with April, she actually won't be coming back to the US for cons for quite a while. She's from Canada. And so I'm really happy that I got some crocheted flowers from her booth when she was here last year. And I almost didn't, but I am really happy that I did. Because they're so pretty. I got, I know I got like a stem of cherry blossoms and a couple of other like really pretty flowers. And I really like them. I also got like a really cute sweatshirt and a beret that was strawberry cow themed. I have a bit of an obsession with strawberries. I got some sticky notes from Artist Alley that are strawberry themed. And I got a couple art prints too. I got a Dungeon Meshy art print. Like a postcard sized art print version of one of their fan art pieces from Dungeon Meshy last year. Yeah. And then I got I think one of the only things I got from the dealer's hall was a little plush of Leafeon, which is one of, if not my favorite, Eevee evolution. Yeah, and last year I got to see a panel with the English voice actors for Apothecary Diaries, and that was awesome. That was great. So I'm really looking forward to this year. I am. And I really want this costume done by then. Yes, Dungeon Meshy is so good. It's so good. You know, I read the I didn't read the manga before the series came out. Started watching the series. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." And then I read the manga. So I'm really looking forward to that show continuing. I want it to continue. If they cancel it, I will be so sad. But at least we've got Reddit. I like Glaceon. But it will be Will it be Comic-Con or another one? It is it's an anime convention specifically. So it's and it's called ASEN, which now that I am trying to think of its full name, it's like Anime Central, I think is the full name, but abbreviated to ASEN. I do not have time for this to be done by just Anime Central. That's what I thought. Yeah, ASEN, Anime Central. Yeah. It's anime in the Central Time Zone. Da-da, ching. Anyway, so here in Chicago, we have a couple different cons. We have Anime Central. We have C2E2. C2E2 is a comic convention that's happening in April. And there are a couple of others that happen later in the year that I have not been to yet, that are that vary in size. But C2E2 and ASEN are two of the larger ones. Yeah, C2E2, this is not going to get done in time for C2E2, and not that one. C2E2 tends to be more similar to Comic-Con than Anime Central. Anime Central tends to just be specifically anime, manga. Yeah, anime, manga, and related things. C2E2 is like comic books, anime, general pop culture, that kind of thing. Like, I know different TV shows and movie casts will have like panels at things, like especially like I know Supernatural like when Supernatural was like really big, and like on like that they had a number of panels at C2E2. Going based off my memory, I know like Marvel has done stuff, Disney has done panels, DC stuff. Yeah, like that's more similar to like Comic-Con than, yeah. Oh, come on. What is happening here? What did I do wrong? We're fine. I'm just being dramatic. I always thought that cosplay was a nice thing, but I couldn't ever narrow down what or who I want to dress as. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think it's like, it's not something that you necessarily have to narrow down always to just be one thing. If you cosplay like you had to if you would cosplay like if you had to, which character would you pick? Because I have always done like, you know, just my own like creation costumes. I haven't actually fully ever done like, oh yes, I'm gonna copy this character perfectly yet. So that part is pretty intimidating to me. But if I had to, like, not doing my own thing that I'm doing now, but if I had to, I'd probably want to do, right now at least, I'd probably want to do Infinity Nikki. And that is because there are a lot of options when it comes to what outfit I can put Infinity Nikki in for a costume. Because it's a dress-up game, there is that element of just ability to kind of like play with the character and make her my own. And there's a little bit of room to play because like I like to create things. Like copying directly characters is not something that I am like that. Like that's not what I want to do. I like taking like inspiration from a character. Like with this Hello Kitty costume, it's the Hello Kitty blouse. It's not like I'm trying to look like Hello Kitty. I'm looking like a Hello Kitty fan, but I'm making it my own. In Fitting Nikki, there's so many different outfits that I can recreate an outfit. And like there might be another person that dresses up as Infinity Nikki and they recreated a completely different outfit and we're all Nikki. Yeah. Yeah. Like that is the thing that I really that I would like doing, that kind of thing. But if I had to, like I couldn't, it had to be, you know, from a property that isn't as like flexible as Infinity Nikki. I would probably I'd probably do I can't narrow it down to one. I'm thinking of it. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really hard question. I've not had to think about that. But like yeah, I don't know. What about you? Like if you said you weren't able to like nail down any one characters. But do you have like characters that you feel could inspire you to want to do a cosplay for them? Like there's a part of me that'd be like, oh yeah, I could just do a Star Trek thing because that would just be totally off from what anything else that I've done so far. So it'd be kind of a fun exercise. And okay, so that's your problem. Yeah, I can't pick. And I don't think you necessarily have to pick, like, well, I mean, I do. Well, we do because of, you know, closet space and or storage space and monetary limitations and time. So you have to pick something to start with first. But I think of like a lot of people that do cosplay. You cosplay a lot of different characters, a lot of different things. It's not just one thing. Yeah, like for yourself. Maybe Zero from One Piece or something. Okay, yeah. Okay, so nearing, I am going to continue streaming until I get this waistband done, and then I am going to begin working on the hem at some point off stream, because I have to hand sew that part, and that's gonna take forever, and that's not really exciting, fun, or it's just a lot of the same exact thing, and I don't really need us to be doing 2 hours of that. I don't need 2 hours of that. But I do plan being here next Wednesday. And I'm gonna work on the jean idea, the strawberry shortcake jeans, themed jeans that I want to make. I'm going to be working on those here next Wednesday, which I am very excited about because I want to be doing something different, because I want to have a project that I can like work on and get done. And theoretically, if I have enough of the pieces from the quilting on that, I actually might just continue quilting and make a lining for this basket. This is the basket I thrifted last Wednesday when I went and met up with my friend after stream. I thrifted this cute little basket, and it's gonna be my little take with me project basket. But she needs a lining. She needs a lining and maybe some pockets to keep sewing supplies in or knitting supplies in. She needs a little TLC. So, we'll work on that. And then, so that'll be next Wednesday. Woot woot. Yeah, I think a lining will be so cute. Very excited about that. And should be enough. Yeah. I have a wicker basket obsession. It's a problem, actually. So I've had to set myself up really strict rules when it comes to allowing myself to purchase a wicker basket. If you can see behind me, but you cannot see behind me. It's covered. I have a wicker basket that I keep a lot of my like extra tech stuff, like screen protectors for my phone, because I break the screen protector on my phone quite often. So I have extras of those on hand for when that inevitably occurs. Like extra cables, my external hard drives, like stuff like that. I have a wicker basket organizing that there. I've got a couple wicker baskets in my room that are holding, I think some of them are holding like photos, and others holding some like hair accessory stuff. I like organizing with them. Those are really cute, but again, I have to set myself up some rules, because when I'm thrifting and I find a wicker basket, I'm like, oh, I can use this for this, and this, and I don't have enough space for all of the different wicker baskets. It's just illogical. Anyway, so I set myself up a bunch of rules when it came to that, and my rule was the next wicker basket that I could allow myself to purchase had to be small. It had to be it had to be this. It needed 2 handles. It needed to be able to close and stay shut, and but it needed to be small, so that it could travel easily, have 2 handles, but then have the ability, if I needed to, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make little like cover things for the handles here that I can then attach like another strap to if I need to carry it in a way that like not with my hands. I might do that. I'm still thinking on that. But anyway, it had to be like that. So that's what I wanted. And I found it, and I was very, very happy. Because I have been looking for at least 3 years. 3 years for the perfect wicker basket. And I found it. So now I don't have any I can't read from this far away. Bandolier or a I'm sorry. The type was perfectly sized earlier. Now, for some reason, my eyes are not wanting to read it. Or something. Thank you! I appreciate you. Yeah, or something. Or something. Haven't fully thought it out yet. I just know I need the lining and I need some pockets on the inside for like scissors, needles, that kind of stuff, for like on the go projects, basically. I want something that's a little organized, but not, I didn't want it to look like a sewing box. Okay. You can stop with the all caps types. It's okay. Thank you so much. You know, it's so funny. Like the all caps types. It's like I'm having a hard time hearing and you're yelling at me to be heard. I appreciate it. But I think we're fine. I just think, yeah, well, we'll be fine. Once the text gets up higher on the screen, for some reason, it's easier to read. Oh, that's funny. Oh, so funny. Anyway, yeah, so it's the as far as additional straps go, I haven't fully decided on that. We'll kind of see how I actually like end up living with it and functioning with it, but I wanted something that I could take with me when I go places to work on projects, like small projects that doesn't look like a sewing box. Because while I do love my sewing box, it's so very cute, I don't want to take my sewing box with me everywhere. I like wicker baskets. Wicker baskets are cute. But I wanted to have a lid that closes. Yeah. Okay. Nearly done. Nearly. I'm hoping I don't have to change, like, add new thread again, because I'm hoping I guessed right. And I don't have to tie off another knot before the end. I don't know. It might be a little close there. And back home, a sewing box is just a round box of danishes, butter cookies filled with thread and needles. That must be a universal experience. It is a universal experience. You know what? I've got a Hello Kitty one. Technically right now, yeah. I've got embroidery floss in here. I don't know why moms do that all around the world. You know what? It's a, you know what? It's a universal, yeah, it's a they're good. They're good. Sorry, that was probably annoying. They're really good tins. Like, you don't necessarily want to throw away. They are perfect bobbin height. So they're the perfect height for most spools of thread. To keep those inside, keep them neat, and keep them away from dust too. They're just they're just great. But yeah, I do think it's a standard. I think that one is like one of those universal things that regardless of culture there is a butter cookie tin, or heck, even the tall popcorn tins. I don't know how common those are in Germany, but like we have like pretty common around Christmas here. You'll have like in stores, it'll be like the different cookie tins that like get handed out at Christmas, and then also big buckets of popcorn. Some are, there's like the standard, like standard popcorn flavor, and then there's like caramel popcorn and like cheese flavored popcorn, and like those tins. They used to, it's been forever since I've had those. They usually have those like themed, again, like Christmas themed, and then they'd sell them during like the different sports seasons, with like different team affiliations, like during the like big game times for different sports events. They were pretty popular. They are pretty popular around those times. And people use those. Either they get thrown away or they get used as storage. The round one or the boxy kind, I see them sometimes. There's yeah, I mean there's both those, but like the round ones are the metal ones. There are the square ones, but they're the square ones for the cookies too. Okay, not very common, but you have seen them. Great. Good to know. But yeah, those also get used, I think, for different crafting supplies, or they end up getting used as like trash cans, especially if like they're sports team affiliated. Like people collect those, and I know I've seen them like at people's yard sales or garage sales, especially like the like the sports themed ones. But they're not like popcorn buckets that like you would get at a movie theater. They're like you buy them at like the grocery store, or yeah. I love little tin boxes. I love the sensory experience of them, like the little noises, the texture. Yeah. I think there's also like for me, I like the fact that they're one of those things that you're not as inclined to throw them away. You're like, a lot of people are more likely to try and like find another purpose for them. Versus like plastic. Like that's why I also like glass containers, because you can like find another purpose for them outside of, throwing them away. Whereas like plastic and like obviously paper are meant to be disposable. So I am done with this waistband. So I am going to call it for today. But I'm very happy with this progress. I'm going to put it back on the mannequin so we can see how she looks. That is very cottagecore now that I think about it. My mom has dozens of glass marmalade jars that she refills with her own jam. Yes, see, that's great. And that makes a really good gift too. Like, especially if she has like a lot of excess from jam from her garden, putting them in like the marmalade jars and like giving them out. That's awesome. That's great. Okay. And it is very cottagecore. It is. So that's it for today. I am tired of sewing with my hands. So I'm going to take a bit of a break, and then next Wednesday we'll be working on the strawberry shortcake jeans. On Sunday, we will all your neighbors get jam. That's awesome. Yay. Love that. Next Sunday will be more Hello Kitty gaming with Island of Adventure, chill, relax time. Yeah. I think that's all the housekeeping I have. I mean, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Red Note. Still haven't decided if I'm going back to Instagram. Trust me. You guys will be the first to know. I think that's it. I hope you all have a great week. Those that have been in the chat. I am too far away from the scrolly thing to thank everybody that was in the chat. I will fix that going forward. I'll take notes while stream is happening. But thank you, Terrorism, for being here. I know Alexandra was here earlier, and then we had a couple of new friends in the chat. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday. Take care.